This movie is on advanced filters, using the advanced filter functionality with Excel. We're going to begin by copying some of the columns. And we can copy all of the columns or some of the columns. And when we copy the columns, we can actually rearrange the order of the columns. We can use the advanced filter to filter out the duplicates, determined by one or more of the fields in the record. We can copy the unique records. And there's a technique that you can use to copy the results to a new worksheet within the workbook. So I have some data set up on a worksheet so that we can take a look at the advanced filter options. And the first thing we're going to do is copy the data, because that's going to establish the foundation for copying some of the data and rearranging the columns. The advanced filter functionality is found on the Data tab in the Sort and Filter group. But before I click the advanced command, I want to select a cell that's within the data region that I want to perform the advanced filter on, so that when I left-click the command, Excel has filled in for me the list range, which is the active region, as a result of me making B5 the active cell. It also has by default selected filter the list in place, and that's not what I want to do. I actually want to copy the list to another location. And when I left-click that radio button, the Copy To field is now active. I'm going to left-click there and left-click one cell, left-click OK, and I copy the entire block of data to a new location. I'm going to delete that because the next thing we want to do is copy only two of the columns. So I'm going to copy the column headings into what will be the destination. Excel has anticipated that I want that range to be H5 to J5. That's actually not correct. I have to select the area that has the column headers, left-click OK, and I've copied the date and the value fields and left the text field behind. I'm going to delete those two columns. And this time, I want to rearrange the columns. So I'm going to put value first, then text, and I'm copying and arrowing over, and then date. Left-clicking a cell in the region that I want to apply the filter to, and again, left-click, copy to a new location, select those three cells that has the headers that are rearranged, left-click OK, and I've copied my data into a new range and rearranged the columns at the same time. So I can also use the advanced filter to filter out any duplicate records. And the duplicate records are defined by as many columns as you include in the filter. So what do I mean by that? Excel has set up action, filter the list in place, which is what we're going to do. We're not going to copy it. The list range is not accurate because I don't want to include all three columns in the filter because column B has a unique value. There are no duplicates in column B. And because of that, if I include column B in the scope of the filter and also include C and D, Excel will determine a unique record to be the field values that's in column B, C, and D. And since B has a unique field value, Excel will determine there are no unique records, which in fact that would be true. My duplicate values are in column D. So I'm going to select column D and then left-click Unique Records Only and left-click OK to apply the filter. Control Home to get back up to A1 so that we can see the results. And I have a filter that's been applied. We see the font color in the row headers is now blue for that area that the filter has been applied to. And it's a little cleaner look than the standard filter because I don't have the drop-down menu arrows on each of the column labels. To clear the filter, go into the Sort and Filter group and left-click Clear. I can also copy the unique values. If you have a list of content, like we have in column D, I'm going to select it first, left-click the Advanced Filter, and I want to copy to a new location the unique records, left-click OK. I've done that now. I just have the unique records that are in column D copied over into column G. If I attempt to do this same thing, copy to a new location the unique values, and I want the results to be input into sheet 5, when I go down to select sheet 5, I'm not able to do that. If the destination is somewhere other than the worksheet where the data resides, What you have to do is go there first and then set up the advanced filter. I want to copy to a new location. The list range is the same as before, but I want to copy it to cell D5, unique records only, left click OK, and we've copied the results to a new worksheet. So that's the introduction to the advanced filter without using criteria ranges. We can use the advanced filter functionality to copy the data. We can copy some or all of the columns. We also found where we can rearrange the ordering of the columns when we copy the data. We can filter out the duplicates and display the unique records defined by however many columns we select when we set up the filter. We can copy those unique records to the same worksheet, and we found that we can copy the results to a new worksheet if we go there first and set up the advanced filter from that location.